Before we launch into the race trophies, U.S. Sailing would like to take the time to honor one of your own. Someone who has worked relentlessly behind the ILYA curtain and tirelessly in front of it. Tonight, on behalf of U.S. Sailing and our board of directors, we would like to present the 2017 U.S. Sailing Crew Award to Candace Porter. The Crew Award recognizes an individual who consistently demonstrates the values expressed in the crew agreement, which reads as follows: commitment to exceptional service, respect for the integrity and work of fellow members, excellence as a group, and working together in a responsible, consistent fashion. I want to take the time to read in part the nomination U.S. Sailing received from Dave Berg, your Executive Director of the ILYA. Candace has been a successful volunteer leader and organizer across the entire range of activities that the sport of sailing has to offer. She has served as the Commodore of her yacht club and as the Commodore of the ILYA. She has worked on race committees, served as cook, a registrar, an Olympic campaign advocate, the editor and publisher of the ILYA's weekly newsletter for years, and was the motivating force behind Sail Strong, Sail Pink. Her continuing expectation of excellence defines and demands that from herself and from those around her. So tonight it is with my honor to present the 2017 U.S. Sailing Crew Award to Candace Porter.
Thank you, but you all say thank you to me every day. It's much appreciated, but it's not needed. I'm not just the only one. This is a team effort. We're all here. So I'm going to say thank you again, and then I'm going to do the promo for U.S. Sailing because they're so generous to have sponsored us this evening, and I want to tell you what U.S. Sailing has done for me. Mike Kaiser is here, Kara Kaiser is here. My introduction to U.S. Sailing was hosting a Smythe Bemis Sears, which isn't even called that anymore. It's called the Chubb U.S. Youth Championships. The inland had not had a qualifier in probably 20 years, and we decided to reinstitute that. That was my introduction truly to U.S. Sailing. I knew they were out there, but I didn't know how it would touch me. After that, also being on youth committees here, my husband, let's talk about how U.S. Sailing affected our family. My husband went to a youth symposium with women and left me behind. So he went with Susie Reese, Leslie Barco, and Katie Reese and drove wildly with blondes out his window because he was lost, and Katie Reese is trying to figure out how to tell him where to go. Bottom line is he came back from that symposium with ideas that helped build what we have here today. The next year, U.S. Sailing started the One Design Symposium, and if there's anything that defined who I was going to be as a Commodore, it came from that symposium. I got to sit down one-on-one with Chip Johns and learn about the problems that boat builders have and how I needed to be an advocate for that. I got to sit in a seminar with Dick Rose and figure out that they wrote a set of rules this year, and they are going to change those rules. It was the most interesting intellectual conversation. Those are the things that U.S. Sailing has done. I went to that symposium 3 years with Leslie and Susie, and then on the 4th year, Susie did not go, Leslie did not go, but they asked the ILYA to speak at that. And is Lon Shore here? Lon Shore was my partner. And we gave a presentation on the success of scows. I can't tell you how many people came up to ask how it is that we do what we do. But I have to tell you, a lot of what we do, we've learned from U.S. Sailing. So those of you who are not members, you need to join this organization. They lead us in so many ways. Of course, they control the rules along with ISAF, or World Sailing as we call it now. But when you go to a U.S. Sailing event, you learn and you share, and that's what makes all of sailing better. But in particular, I'm thankful to U.S. Sailing because I feel like they've used us sometimes as a guinea pig when we had a new set of rules. They trust us. I think we're happy, so happy to work with them with race committee. We've learned so much. They set the standard, and all we do is execute it. We are who we are because of all of you, obviously, but because U.S. Sailing is there leading the way so that we can follow. So thank you,
Well, thank you,
and
Candace.
thanks to U.S. Sailing for this evening.